This is Drone Pilot MBA, the leading edge podcast where top drone entrepreneurs learn to earn every time they take flight. It's time to acquire expert insights, proven strategies, and game-changing practices to profitably grow your drone service business. Here now, America's favorite drone business strategist, Tony Marino, and your flight crew.
How you doing? Welcome back. Glad you're here. This is Drone Pilot MBA, the show where we break down real business strategies to help us all fly better and make more money. Mark Twain once said, and I quote, "Action speaks louder than words, but not nearly as often." End quote. Many talk a big game, but wind up with nothing much to show for it but hot air. Thanks for being one of them who actually searches for answers to help you become the best at what you do. It takes superior attitude, superior state of mind. You know the drill. And like you, I'm all about action too. So today, we're going to cover something that many drone pilots struggle with, and that is billing. So how do you set up your rates for drone and ground real estate shoots? What exactly should you charge for your time, your skills, and expertise? What hidden costs are you not factoring into your billing mix? I'm going to break it all down for you today. And whether you're just starting out or you've been flying commercially for a while, I believe this episode will help you build a pricing structure that works beautifully and keeps your clients joyous, content, and coming back to you for more standout aerial drone photography services. But before we embark on today's session, Drone Pilot MBA, billing strategy for real estate jobs, here's a quick note. I put together for you a free practical checklist that'll help you to put these practices we're talking about today into action. You'll find the download links for this along with the entire online article in the show liner notes. So make sure you grab your copy and read my step-by-step article once we're done here. It's a lovely template for you. First up, we've got the base photography and videography fees. This is where it begins. Your core drone service is taking aerial photos or videos for your clients. So what do you charge for that? When it comes to drone photos, you can either charge per photo or offer a flat rate for a package. For example, $150 for 10 drone photos or $250 for 20. Simple enough, right? Now, ground photos are pretty much the same. You can charge per image or you can offer a package deal. Now, the key here is to make sure the quality of your photos is what your clients are expecting, and always factor in the time you spend shooting and even getting there. We'll talk about that in a few moments. Ground photos might be priced similar to your drone work, but make sure you're adding enough value to justify the added cost. Then there's video packages. This can be a little more complex because you've got the filming and the editing involved, right? A standard rate could be around $400 for a 60 to 90-second video. And that would include your time spent shooting and editing, which, let's be honest, is a huge part of the value you're offering. And of course, you can offer combo packages where you mix drone and ground photography with video for a more comprehensive service, more value to the client. Kind of a one-stop shop configuration controlled by your aerial agency. For example, $350 for 20 total images split between drone and ground shots, plus a short video. Now, the key here is to offer value and give clients more for their money while still ensuring you're getting paid appropriately. If you find you have further questions about number one, your base photography and videography fees, do leave them in the comment section below. All right. Number two, we're going to talk about add-on services. Now, these are where you can make some serious extra income. Some of the most common add-ons in the real estate world are things like twilight photos, virtual staging, and social media reels. So let's break this down. Twilight shots are those stunning photos taken at sunset, right? Or twilight when the property really pops. Now, these are a bit more time consuming and require more editing. So you can charge anywhere from $75 to $150 extra for these. And you got virtual staging. It's another service where you digitally add furniture or decor to an empty room. Now, if you've never offered this before, it's a great way to add value for clients who need to make a property look more appealing, but don't want to go through the whole staging process in real time. You can charge $30 to $50 per image, depending on the complexity of the job. And don't forget about social media reels. These are short, eye-catching videos designed for social media platforms. Now, this could be a simple video showcasing the property or a highlight reel of the entire listing. You can charge anywhere from $100 to $250 for these. And make sure you're delivering a high-quality product. And finally, another add-on is rush delivery. It's a valuable add-on. Some clients need their photos like yesterday. You got the last-minute Pete's, the last-minute Sally's. They want everything within 24 hours, especially in the fast-moving real estate market. So if you can offer this as a service, it's a super great way to increase your income. Charge a rush fee of, say, $50 to $200, depending on how quickly the client needs the materials. Questions about add-on services? Leave that in the comment section below. All right, travel fees. If you shoot outside, this is a big one. This is something that's probably one of the biggest questions I get about, how to charge for this, or is it appropriate? If you shoot outside your standard service area, you got to charge for travel. This includes things like mileage, travel time, and sometimes even hotel stays, depending on your distance. I recommend a couple of ways to handle this. One is a flat travel fee. For example, $50 for locations within 30 to 50 miles of your base location. If it's farther than that, then you can start charging per mile. Let's say 60 cents per mile for anything beyond 20 miles. Here's number 4, licensing and usage fees. And these are often overlooked, but can be a significant part of your pricing structure. You've got to set clear boundaries around how your photos and videos are going to be used. The basic license usually includes MLS, multiple listing service, and agent marketing, and that's typically included in your base price. But if your client plans to use the photos or videos for commercial purposes, like ads, websites, or third-party promotion, then you got to charge extra. Commercial use licenses generally range from around $100 to $300. And if the client wants exclusive rights to the visuals, meaning no one else can use them, you got to charge significantly more, anywhere from $300 to $1,000. It's important to communicate these pricing structures early, clearly, so that there's no confusion. Make sure your client completely understands what they're paying for. Questions about licensing and usage fees? Leave a comment in the section below. And finally, number 5, let's talk about reshoots and cancellation fees. You've probably run into situations where the weather didn't cooperate or the client needed to reschedule last minute or something else got in the way. That's why you need to have a clear policy around this. Now, if you need to reshoot because of weather or unsafe flying conditions, we don't charge a client for that. However, if it's for aesthetic reasons or because they changed their mind about the shots, then charge a reasonable reshoot fee. For cancellations, it's pretty standard to not charge a fee if the client gives a 24 hours notice. But if they cancel within 24 hours, consider charging a small fee, around $50 to $100. And if they cancel on the same day, I like to charge 50 to 100% of the total fee for obvious reasons, but make sure that the client completely understands these rules of engagement before you enter into your final agreement. Any questions about reshooting and cancellation fees? Do leave your comment in the section below. All right, let's take a quick break and answer a listener question. This one comes from John in Seattle. He asks, how do you handle clients who don't want to pay for travel fees? It's a good question, John. Here's my advice. Be upfront with your travel fees in your initial conversation with the client. Don't, kind of put your hand over your mouth and, well, there's going to be some travel fees in there, right? Make sure you're clear with them. Make sure they understand this up front. Explain that you're going to be charging for your time and mileage, and that's part of your business model. If they push back, you got to stand firm. It's your time and expertise, and it's fair to charge for it. Okay, here's a shout out to Emily from Portland, who just landed a huge listing by using our pricing strategy from last week's episode. She's been able to offer value-added services, nice, like video packages and neighborhood shots, and it paid off with a great deal. Keep crushing it, Emily. If you've got a fun drone story, a great success in business, you landed a whale client, or something embarrassing, you crashed the drone and it cost you millions, let's talk about it. I would love to hear about your business success story. You can also send me questions anytime at info@aerialnorthwest.com. So let's wrap things up. Here's the takeaway. Clear pricing and structured billing are essential for running a successful drone business. By defining your base fees, add-ons, travel charges, and licensing, you ensure that you're fairly compensated for all your work. And remember, always communicate pricing clearly with your clients from the start. I encourage you to check out the show liner notes for a downloadable checklist to help you keep track of your billing items. And don't forget to subscribe to Drone Pilot MBA podcast, leave a comment, and follow me on social media for more tips on growing your drone business. And if you're ready to take your skills to the next level, check out all the free materials and resources at aerialnorthwest.com. Until next time, fly well and keep on droning.
Thanks for joining us for this special podcast edition of Drone Pilot MBA with Tony Marino and your flight crew. Be sure to subscribe for more expert insights, proven strategies, and game-changing practices to profitably grow your drone service business. Get more free Drone Pilot business strategy resources by visiting aerialnorthwest.com. We'll see you again soon. Always be flying. Always be earning.